Hi everyone, today we have another special guest for you, and without any further ado, I'm just gonna let her introduce herself. Hi,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Thank you. We are very pleased to welcome you for this interview.
Thank you, it's my pleasure.
Tell us a little bit about you.
So I'm Stella WaNKAMBA, and I've been in the United States for about 6 to 7 years, and I'm originally from Congo, Kinshasa, and I just had my bachelor degree in psychology, and right now I'm working toward having my master.
Bachelor degree in what field? Master degree in what field?
Psychology, and yes, I'm trying to focus on behaviors. And right now I'm trying to do ABA, it's Applied Behavior Analysis, but I haven't set my mind yet.
Why psychology?
Because before I wanted to be a pediatrician. So my idea behind that is that I will be someone who will be helping a child who cannot exactly tell you how they feel or where it's hurting. You know, a child cannot talk, cannot speak, especially if it's still under 1 year old, basically. So I was amazed by that, by the fact that I could have someone that cannot tell me how they exactly feel. And for that, then I went to Santa Monica. I started taking classes prerequisite, and then I changed my mind to nursing. Then from nursing, I had to take a psych class to complete my prerequisite. Then I took a psych class. I fall in love with psychology, everything that has to do with it, behavior, mind, and that's how I find myself in psychology, and also the need that we have in Congo for mental health. So that's how I got myself into this.
Yeah, speaking about mental health in Africa, that's a big issue that's never talked about.
Yes.
How are you gonna deal with that?
We have to start somewhere. So we need to start about talking about it, having discussions and conversations about it. So basically it's first in talking about with people around me, like you and me right now, having this discussion about this. We have to talk that mental health is not only witchcraft or, as we say, kindoki.
Yeah.
But there's more to that. Some people feel depressed. Like depression is a very big issue in our community. Most people don't talk about it. It's like this small example I'll give to you. You come to me, you tell me, something happened to you. You're feeling very sad about it. And I cannot just tell you go pray about it, because if praying was just the only thing that you're supposed to do to feel better, God would have just created one person. There's two people. That means you can talk to someone. Someone can help you. So, and then we don't acknowledge that people can be really sad and be depressed in our community. We feel like we are supposed to be happy. And that's where I'm planning to start, with my community, with people around me, with my family, with my friends, and with things like this. I think it's a way to start doing something about it.
In my background, I know for sure people don't talk about mental health. Even to get someone to go to the hospital just to have a checkup
Yes.
is a problem. So you trying to focus in that field. Do you have any plan?
That's why I came here first, because this is a big step that we're taking to have discussions about this, And this is a really safe place and a wonderful place to be and talk about things like this, because right now you're giving me a platform to talk about things that I'm hoping to do and change.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is actually a big step that I'm taking, talking about this, because we don't talk about it we basically have the same background, because I think you're coming from the same country as me, and we don't talk about mental health. It doesn't exist. We can't even say that someone has schizophrenia, because I don't think people know about that. And the biggest example is, as I said before, it's depression. You cannot feel depressed. You have to be happy. Each day is given to you. You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to feel good about yourself. You can't think about killing yourself, while people felt so desperate that there's nothing good that will come out of their situation, or there's no better tomorrow. and that exists. So I feel like having a platform like this where we talk about things like this, it's a big step that I'm taking. And I feel like after this, you'll give me more ideas, then, you know.
Of course, Stella, anytime you want to come back and talk more about it,
Yes.
just know that you are very welcome. From there, what can be your goal? Like, how can you feel like you have succeeded in raising some kind of awareness in people? What would make you feel like you achieved that goal?
Actually, right now I have an NGO, so Bilenge Bwanya Congo, it's about education, and I'm also a co-founder of Farafina. That's about like raising money for projects in Congo, and I'm also part of this group called Liboke, Congo Liboke. It's about helping people who are living in not good condition have access to medication for free. So that's what Liboke is about. And from those three things, I hope that I will. The first one, Bilenge Bwanya Congo, is about education. So when we say education, it's not about going only to school. It's about learning, you know, because life is
A learning process.
So we'll be teaching. I hope I will create this platform where I can be learning as well and teaching people what I've learned here. It's about bringing what we have learned here back home. So I think with those three things, I'll be able to create a platform where we have this type of discussion. I know it won't be easy. It's a challenge, but I feel like we get there. Until I get there where I can actually have more people talking about this, that's when I'll feel like, yes, I have accomplished something.
Okay, so Stella, you have this platform, and I'm hoping somebody there is listening to you. They want to help you achieve what you want to do. What can you tell those person? How can they even contact you? How can they get in touch with you?
We have Facebook, Instagram, and I think we are on Twitter. It's called Bilenge Bwanya Congo. We are there. And Liboke, it's called Congo Liboke. So Liboke is on Facebook and Instagram, and Farafina, we are on Facebook, but it's not very active yet. So we are working on a project that's called Yekola. It's about giving those classes to kids who are from, not kids, but youngsters of the Congo are from those bad conditions of life, giving them those classes in informatics, photography, and French and English. So we are actually working on that. As I said, it's education, giving people opportunities. So that project is going on right now. And anybody want to help or learn more about it can find us on Facebook. We are right there, or on Instagram, for example. So.
Stella, you have all those big projects, Bilenge Bwanya Congo ici, mental health over there, Liboke, what is the other one that I'm forgetting? Yekola.
Yes.
Okay, you have all those big projects. Because Stella, as a woman, we all know that there is a hard choices between personal fulfillment and then success in life.
Careers.
Yes, those career,
Love.
professional careers, love,
Relationships.
mixing
family.
that,
Yes.
and being on top of everything. What's your voice about it? How do you even think you can manage to do all that?
I think the first thing that I always think about is, am I happy? Does it make me happy? Am I feeling good about myself when I'm doing this? Because one thing that we usually don't think about is, whenever we make a choice, there's another choice that we did not make. You sacrifice something, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not always easy because you have all those pressures that are coming out from outside of yourself.
In the
Your
society.
family expecting you to get married at a certain age.
25.
Age. I know after 25, mama, you old. Oh, you have that boyfriend that you are dating that expects you to do things that is dreaming that you would do, you know. They are that choice that you have to make for yourself first. Because people think that when you get married as a woman, you are always the one who's making the sacrifices. The first thing that you have to sacrifice is your career, you know, where you want to go, where you want to be. And every time I've made the choice to choose to be happy, you know, that's for me, that's how I work. Sometimes it's not easy because I wish maybe I was married, I wish maybe, you know, all those things that I wish, but would I be happy if in that marriage or in that relationship I'm not myself, you know, because all those goals that we have as women, it's who we are, you know. At this moment you are being you because you have the chance to meet all those people who are doing great things and you are learning. It's making you be you. Meets, you know, in psychology we have the triangle of Maslow of needs. So you are actually climbing that triangle to be yourself, to find your happiness. So I feel like every time does it make you happy, and it's not easy because some men will not accept you for that. You know, they have the idea of who you should be. So
this is actually a hard topic, Stella. You have no idea how many girls out there are struggling with this subject. So I want you to take a look back at yourself with everything you know right now. I want you to say something to a Stella 5 years younger than you.
Oh my God. You know, when I wasn't okay with what I've been through, I would tell myself, I wish I hadn't made that person, I hadn't made that choice. But I feel like I would tell someone that don't regret the choices that you have made in the past, because they are actually helping you today, because you know what you want, what you don't want, what you like, what you don't like, what you can stand and cannot stand. So if I would tell myself 5 years ago, I would say keep making those mistakes, you know? Keep making those mistakes, because today I'm that type of person that can say no and yes to whatever I want.
And you have learned from those mistakes.
Yeah, I've learned from the past, and at the same time don't stress about who you're gonna get married, who you're gonna marry, or when you're gonna get married, because it's about being happy with yourself first. So I would tell all the girls out there who are maybe have those goals, those dreams, those things that they want to do, there's something that always makes me wake up in the morning. It's my vision. It's who I want to be. And as a Christian, accordingly to what God has created you to do on this earth, every morning you will wake up being happy. So if they are Christian, I will ask them to always go back to God and ask Him, am I doing what you have created me to do on this earth? And I know He will tell you. And the moment you know that, you can move forward, being confident about your future, about yourself, about your goals.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I hope there's a younger Stella out there that heard you and that will apply to her life or his life, whatever you just said. Another hot topic though, Stella, beside marriage and life and career and all that. You have kids in your organization, Bilenge Bwanya Congo. If you have one of those kids affected by words and the kids feel really down, what can you tell that kid right now to boost his spirit?
Before I answer that, it's like with all the shades of black, we all have our insecurities. You know, we always have someone doesn't feel that we are good the way we are. We need to be a certain way. And even though I'm considered light skinned, at some point I was with someone who expected me to put skin bleaching cream so I could be
even lighter.
It is the truth. It happened. And because you have those people in your life who constantly tell you that you are not good enough. You know, we all have dealt with that at some point in our life. And every time that I would say no to it, I'll be like the fact that I don't want to change to make this relationship work. And then that idea, you can even apply it with kids. And I would tell that kid to be confident, to love themselves, because even if you are light skinned, there's places where you are too light to do that. There are places where you are too dark to be that. And then that's always people feeling that we are not good enough. So it's all about what you tell yourself, and be with people who accept you
the way you are.
And I'll tell the kids that I accept you the way you are. I even felt that you are pretty. You are the prettiest thing that I've never seen. You know, for me, I would tell that to that kid. Doesn't mean that you cannot accomplish something, or you don't have places where you cannot be accepted. Here you are accepted. So if you are accepted here, stick to where you are accepted. And then if you want to conquer a place, conquer the places that you are not accepted. No, don't try to be part of it. try to conquer, to show that this is who I am and I stand for it. And then I hope that I could be able to translate that in French or Lingala, you know, so I can make a better statement, you know. But that's what I would tell that kid. And probably I will also have someone who looks like her, who have the same skin tone as her, talk to her,
yeah.
you know, talk some sense into her, because she's a kid. There's so many things that affect us as we grow old. It's always good to have someone who looks like you.
Yeah.
Tell you
Representation
something.
matters.
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
and that's a big problem in our society. We usually don't have someone to look up to and do things.
That's true. So I hope I will find someone who feels good in her skin. Why don't I just contact Lupita Nyong'o and talk to her? So I
Now
feel like
talking.
you know, I will have her talk to the. I will try to have her talk to the kid, because having someone who looks like you, as you said, representation matters. So I feel like that will help her grow and find herself in life.
But there is one question that I like to ask almost everyone.
Okay.
How can you describe yourself in one word? What's that word that represents you?
Wow. I've had so many descriptions about myself. I can describe myself in so many ways. But one word that I usually tell people when I try to just make them accept me, it's I'm a perfectionist, and I usually expect things to be a certain way, to be perfect, while it's very impossible to do that. So I always go with that, you know, that flow of me of trying to be perfect. So, and then to that, I usually go with dominance. You know, I always try to make a point in everything that I do. So I think I'll choose perfectionist.
Perfectionist.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Stella, the perfectionist.
No, don't call me that. You know, it's a cliche, right?
Very cliche.
Yeah,
it was very nice to have you
Thank
in
you
this
for having
platform.
me, Kina, yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.